But start an LLC. Don't wait. Literally just get your business name, figure it out, start an LLC right now. Search it, make sure it's there, and then you're in the door. And then you're not just going to let that sit there. You're going to try to grow that like a plant. So you want to just keep going and going and going with your business and try not to let it die. And that's what I would tell my younger self. But
I love stories. So like to me, art isn't everything. Your art is your voice, your speaking, your connection. You can feel everyone's energy. That's your art. It's the art of living to me. So art and hustle to me is the art of living and art of it and everything.
I hope that you cut that piece right there and make it your intro and your outro, because that was dope.
Welcome to the Art and Hustle podcast, a gallery of conversations. Today we have Michael. Thank you.
Good to see you, Lynn.
Cheers.
How are you?
Happy Monday.
It is Monday, isn't it? I lose track of it.
Yeah, it is Monday, right? So welcome. Tell us a little bit about, so we met at one of my Art and Hustle shows. Tell me about that, like how we met and what you were doing back then.
Yeah, I think it was 2017 or 2018. I don't remember, but I was building tables. I was just randomly like building wooden tables and shelves because I live here in Maine, and just kind of extra income. I have a bakery, so that was like my little side income. And then you invited me down there and we met, and you were like, "Oh, you're an artist." I'm an artist. I'm just a guy from Maine and I'm building tables. All right, cool. Thanks. This is fun. So then I had the event and we kept talking. I went back to work. I work 80 to 100 a week. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So how we met.
Yeah, no, I love the tables that you're doing, because like to me, like woodwork is like amazing to have, like the grains and everything I think are super cool. And so what were you doing with the cookies? What kind of cookies are these?
Well, these are they're called no-bake cookies. They're giant, meal replacement cookies basically, and they've got high protein. And I was working with a couple of my business partners down there, real good people, and we started a company, and we just kind of grew the company, and then supply and demand and everything else, it just kind of blew up from there. And so now it's what I still do now. I've been doing it for years.
That's awesome. So it's successful right now, and you're getting a lot of orders and customers?
Yeah. The cookies are kind of out of control. I could literally sell as many cookies as I could make, but
that's amazing. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't get people to work these days. That's the problem. So you got to have another way. That's why I do what I do here.
Yeah, that's what you're doing there. So what do you have behind there? Tell us about that. Your sneakers that you're painting?
Yeah, these are my shoes. I paint them, I dye them, I rip them all apart, I dissect them. It's just kind of side hustle a little bit.
Oh, show the camera one that you have back there.
Yeah, this is the one I did a while back. It's very popular. People love it in all colors, red, blue, white. It's just like, I don't know. It's a very popular shoe, and people are into that stuff right now. They like the custom look. They like stuff that's one of a kind. And
And how long have you been painting sneakers? What happened? Why did you start that?
It's about 2 years now. Then I started. I was just fooling around with it because that's what I wear. I wear it forces, and I saw some videos on it. And I actually moved out of state, and I was in a relationship, and there was nothing to do. I had been working up here so much that I didn't know how to just sit around and do nothing. So I just picked up a bunch of supplies, and I started going crazy with it. And I went to California. I did a tour of the Angeles factory directly. I took a class out there, and here I am making shoes. I got like 18 shoes I got to do right now. Some people have been waiting like 8 months, and I apologize for that.
Wow. So you got a waiting list now for these sneakers.
Oh, absolutely. Like these ones right here. I took order about a year ago for a little
Yeah,
kid.
put it closer to the camera so we can see.
Yeah, well, it's not finished, but I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
it's there. And
Yeah.
now he's outgrown these shoes. So they're just there. But I'll sell them to somebody else.
Yeah,
It is what
yeah.
it-
Yeah.
But I'm here, I'm doing my thing, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. So tell us about I know you have a great drive in entrepreneurship. What motivates you to keep your hustle going there?
I mean, all kinds of things, really. I had a bunch of hardships, whatever. We don't need to get into all that. But after a series of events happened, I realized, like, wow, boom, here I am, like, putting all this time into one thing. Like, I need to take all of my resources, all of the connections I've made over the years. And I mean, I've done a lot of work with a lot of different people. So I need to take all those resources, put it into one package, and just let it go.
Mhm.
And it's been working. So I'm very, very busy, and I've never been happier, to be honest with you.
Do you have somebody that inspired you?
Yeah, actually, with the art, you were a big inspiration with that, actually, to starting it. But my friend Jo, he's a really good guy of mine. He's a brother. He's
Is
somebody.
that his art back there?
Yeah, that's one of his pieces right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's another piece of his up there. I've got a couple out in my living room. I've got a few of yours out in my living room. But yeah, he's a close friend, and I saw what he was doing, and it's like I respect it, and just I think he's really onto something with his artwork, and I'm very proud of him. So
That's amazing. Now,
yeah.
what advice would you give to somebody who wants to start a business, who wants to be an artist? What are some top 5 tips you would give somebody, or to your younger self?
My younger self, I would have invested a lot sooner. That'd be
That's true.
But start an LLC. Don't wait. Literally just get your business name, figure it out, start an LLC right now. Search it, make sure it's there, and then you're in the door. And then you're not just going to let that sit there. You're going to try to grow that like a plant. So you want to just keep going and going and going with your business, and try not to let it die. And that's what I would tell my younger self. But I'm a serial entrepreneur. I start businesses all the time, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah. How do you tame your inner critic?
I critique my work like crazy. I think, and this is horrible to even say because I try to be a positive person, but I think everything that I make sucks. I think it sucks. And I get presented to people, and I'm like, I hope that they're okay with it. And then once they grab it and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And just boom, all that weight's lifted off my shoulders. I'm like, wow, they really like this. And then that gives me more confidence. And I just get like, all right, cool. Like, I do good work.
Yeah.
But it's a really good feeling to finish a piece and finish something.
Yeah. Didn't you just finish one for your barber, right? Yesterday?
Yeah. I had it for 4 months. And I didn't get a haircut because I'm so loyal to everyone and my barber that hair was growing out. I grew this beard, and it was kind of out of control. And I finally presented him with the shoes because I was avoiding him like the plague. And he was happy to see the shoes, and he couldn't believe my hair was just that long. Usually and tight, but he said it looked good, so we're good to go.
I know that. I mean, that's one of the struggles of being an artist, that you want your customer or your people that you're around to like the things you do. So it's a hard inner critic to me to get to that point where you're like, as long as I'm happy with it, then I'm okay.
Absolutely. No, I hear you.
Your childhood growing up,
that was rough, but I mean, I out in the woods, basically. I worked hard, I was raised by my grandparents and my father, and we had to get school clothes. We raked blueberries.
That's great. So maybe that taught you your hustle now, right?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's what gave me the work ethic. Like my name, get wood. I got wood during school vacation, out there playing and stuff. So getting older, once you turned 18, it was like work. Like, these people that are 18 are calling things work. It's like, I can outwork all these people. And that's even till this day. Like I said, I work 80 to 100 hours a week just in my bakery, and then the rest is all doing whatever.
Yeah. Now, what is your first job when you were little? Besides blueberries, like when you actually got a first job from somebody.
A flower shop. It was a garden where I worked, and then that was very short-lived because I wasn't really about watering flowers. I killed a lot of flowers and lost him a lot of money. So
Mhm.
I for that, John. But now I was a chef. I wanted to be a chef. Right up
Oh, okay.
cooking. I started
Mhm.
cooking in a very rich area in my town, and that's what I started doing.
That's awesome.
Outdoor activity. I have dogs. I got a
Mhm.
couple dogs. Run them. And here, I just kind of do my thing around here. I don't really,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
like weed. Weed's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. Tell us about your weed dispensary. When did you start that?
Uh, last year,
Mhm.
that, but I mean, I've been in the business for a long time, over
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
Over, obviously, there's been ups and downs and whatever's, and
Mhm.
you know, it's amazing how far it's come and what the benefits are of it, and it's nice. My dispensary is great. It's
Yeah.
but miles away from my house. I don't really have to leave far. We've actually, since COVID hit and everything, and people coming in and out, we've had to just do delivery services. We
Mhm.
can't do storefronts anymore. We still have storefronts, but we can't operate out of them.
Yeah.
So, but we work around it. Like all of us, we got to do what we've got.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what is your favorite thing about Maine that you live in right now?
Summertime. I like summertime a lot. This is the most beautiful place I've ever been. I mean, I've traveled a lot, traveled all over the world. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful places, don't get me wrong, but I absolutely love a Maine summer.
Mhm.
And people come from all over the world just to have these Maine summers. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my part about Maine. I mean, the
That's the
food, the
best part.
lobster, great.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite restaurant that you go to in Maine?
Yeah, it's right down. It's in Castine. It's called the Manor.
Mhm.
It's actually a restaurant and place that I've actually invested in recently. So we'll see what happens with that, and we're gonna go from there.
That's amazing. What do you think your greatest strength is?
Greatest strength, probably like the ability to keep moving forward, to
Mhm.
keep going. Like the things that I've been through have probably would have stopped a lot of people, but it's just my drive, my excitement, the hustle, like just keep going to get where you want.
Mhm.
And I like networking. I like making people go up, lifting people up, and just making everybody move forward. That's what excites me about life, is to
Yeah.
see people. It's a passion. So
What do you think your greatest weakness is?
probably self-doubt, like thinking that something is not going to work. I get into my head too much because my
Mhm.
mind never shuts off. You would not want to live 5 minutes inside of my head, I promise.
What do you think the secret to a happy life is?
Secrets to a happy life is having time to do the things that you enjoy.
Mhm.
Like, and honestly, nature. If you want to go out and be in nature, be in nature. Like if you want to drive cars 100 miles an hour, go drive cars 100 miles an hour on a
Yeah.
closed track.
Yeah. Or
I
do
just,
like donuts in your driveway.
yeah, I did that recently. We don't need to talk about that, but it's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, driveway. I wiped out my porch a couple days ago because I went and came in a little too hot.
Yeah.
But new porch anyway, honestly. So now I'm getting a new porch this spring when it warms up and it's not negative 17 degrees outside.
If you were to have a superpower, what would it be?
I would say probably to go back in time
Mhm.
because and not just for myself. I want to know what has happened and seen it, all these mistakes that a lot of people have made and just tell them, this is what's going to happen, but maybe we already have that. And we just don't see it. I don't know. But that's what I would choose because I would want people to make better choices because we all have to live with our choices and it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, do you have any favorite artists that you're following on Instagram right now? Any other ones?
See, you know, every artist that I follow is my friend. Like
Oh.
I don't know people that is not my friend that I don't know personally. And you know, my followers are they're beasts. They've all got somebody, you know, something going for them.
Mhm.
As far as artists, no, I watch you a lot and Jo. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like musicians and stuff like that, that's a whole different form of art. You know what I
Which
mean?
one?
There's forms of art. What musicians?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me your favorite musician. What are you
Well,
listening on? What are you listening to on repeat or in your car when you're driving?
I listen to a lot of Nas. I
Mhm.
listen to, I don't know why. I mean, you call me old, whatever, but and you know, good old Curtis Jackson. We all know him.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's the like that whole time frame. DMX, I listen to a lot of him, but when I'm
DMX, yeah.
listening to stuff on Pandora, like I get a lot of the new stuff, and I'm just not really into it. But you know, I like the baby a lot. You know, he
Mhm.
inspired some stupid reason. I don't even know why, because he's kind of an asshole, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a 90s hip hop junkie. Like I like the old school 90s music. Like I'll always play that. You have that you're promoting now or a dream project that you would love to do 5 years from now or within the next 5 years?
I have so many projects going right now. It's not even funny. And all my networks are moving forward. I'm tapped in with a lot of people. But right now, I'm going to be working on a housing development on some of my land and Airbnbs and a few of the tiny homes. I'm building like a couple of those modern ones
Mhm.
and going from there. But I'm really shooting for the stars with that. And I want to give people a nice, safe, clean environment to live in because a lot of these places are out for profit. And I'm really just kind of trying to do different things with my
Yeah,
property.
I totally agree. Like I love watching Tiny House Nation all the time. And
Yes.
and there was another one, I think there was another show I was watching where they had like this guy would visit all of these unique tiny Airbnbs, and they're so like modern, designed, very clean and sleek, but they're tiny and they just look so cool to
And if
me.
people want to stay in that, they want to stay in that for a couple of nights. You know what I mean? If they want to buy it, whatever. Have a place in Maine. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's here, but I love them. I love the
Yeah, like
advance.
I totally agree. Like, I mean, my advice to everybody right now is always to be like, if you want to live rent free, start an Airbnb. Like, my focus now is Airbnb and art, so I can just
And
hustle and promote that.
exactly. They're very low maintenance. They're very easy to run. They're modern, and you got everything you need. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you do in your home is sleep and hang out, work. And if you have all those amenities, that's what it's going to be. Been doing it in other countries for years. We're just
Yeah,
kind of now onto it. So
yeah. No, I totally agree. Like, I think it's amazing. I think everyone should really try to focus on those things or any hustles that they love, any passions that they love to keep pushing forward and to not give up on, the things that they like to do. Because it's hard whenever you get into a 9 to 5, it's hard not to get into that cycle of just working and not doing anything else for ourselves.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's I've lost myself many times, and
Mhm.
it's got to do what makes you happy, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Well, I totally appreciate you coming on and telling us what you've been working on and what you have coming up. Can't wait to see some of the new sneakers you are going to be painting soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna start dyeing. I'm gonna start dyeing some stuff and
Oh,
hydro
you're going to
dip.
start you said, what was that thing that you're going to start dyeing? It's hydro.
Hydro dipping. It's
Mhm.
they're film sheets, and it's a very good art form. I've been doing it already on plastic parts. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of parts, but I've been doing it on stuff like this. Um,
Well, you need to protect yourself these days,
well,
right?
no, these are plastic. These are just shields, and they're
Okay.
not metal. I don't play with guns. I do not promote guns. I don't play
Oh,
with guns. Touch guns.
oh, really?
But
Okay. Okay.
yeah, this is plastic.
Okay.
Um, allowed to have plastic all I want. So I hydro dip them, and you can hydro dip any kind of material. So I'm going to be hydro dipping shoes.
That's
So
so cool. I saw some videos on TikTok on hydro dipping. I think it's like water, and then I think they use like nail polish that they were playing
some
around
people
with.
can use paint. You can use different spray
Spray
paints
paint
and stuff.
too, right?
Yeah, you can use spray paints and different mediums. That's what's so awesome about it. But I'm going to be using sheets. They're like literally, I could take a screenshot of your face right now
Hmm.
and put a film sheet and put it in my hydro dip and then put it onto a side of a sneaker and then hand it to you with your face on it.
That is super cool. You should record that so we can.
Absolutely. I'm getting a whole studio in my space here. I've got it all, it's work, whatever, but I'm going to put some lights up and some cameras and I'm going to do the whole YouTube thing. I've realized I've got to shift ways. I'm getting old now and I've got to shift my thought processes up.
Yeah, like I'm really trying to push the YouTube channel and speaking to people to find out like what motivates them, how they get their hustle, get in the zone. Like, how do you get in the zone to work on your sneakers?
I mean, if I had to give a credit to all that, it would honestly be weed. I consume a lot of marijuana, probably more than the average person should. But that's okay. It works for me. I smoke a lot of sativas and I just keep moving forward. It gives me energy and I fly through my work. Everybody always asks me how I can work the way I work. Yeah, coffee and Red Bull definitely helps. But the weed, it replaces all kinds of chemicals, medicine, everything that you could possibly take and want. Just smoke weed. That's the way to go. And that's the way I live my life.
It's also, it helps with like pain and stuff like that, right?
Everything. Yeah, I was paralyzed. I was paralyzed from age 19 to 22. We don't need to get into my personal stuff, but that's why I just keep moving forward with marijuana instead of going with doctors' advices and being on all kinds of prescription pills. I'm all set with all that.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's amazing. I mean, like I was watching I think either YouTube or a podcast or something where this guy, a famous speaker, which I'll find the name of it, I'll put it up, but he was riding his bike up a mountain. I think he was doing a race and he got hit by a car and he was paralyzed in the hospital. And while in the hospital, he must have been like reading books of, how to do things and how to keep your mind right and stay motivated. And he came across a book probably and visualized his spine every day. He would visualize his spine coming back together and healing. Each part of it, like he would memorize and study his spine, and he would visualize his spine every single day. It's crazy to me. I mean, like, to me, it's like huge and a miracle that he visualized his spine perfectly healing and he was able to walk when all the doctors were like, you are not gonna be able to walk, you've been paralyzed forever. And he's able to walk and now he's able to motivate other people. And that, like, to me, that's astonishing. The human mind to me is astonishing that it can overcome all kinds of obstacles. So that's you too. I mean, if you were paralyzed and you were able to walk, that's like tremendous.
Yeah, it was quite a rough time in my life, but I'm glad to be away from it all, and it's getting older now, so can't worry about the past and just keep moving forward.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we look forward to chatting again, and you can keep us updated.
I need a new hat, so send me the link so I can, I'm grown now, so I don't wear these flat ones anymore.
Will do. I'll drop the little link on the bottom. Everybody who wants to get some Artandhustle merch, who wants to rep the brand and promote what they're doing, I appreciate your time. And
I want to shout out my boy Buck Noy, artist Los. I want to shout out all my boys. Like, those are the guys that I really want to see win in my life, and they're doing great things. 100, all these people, they're just doing their things. So
that's amazing. We'll have to have them on the podcast too.
Yes, we can talk to them. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah.
So they're all very, very good people.
Awesome.
Very big. They're also very, very motivated, just like myself.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
finally getting back to me, you know, my art. All I want to do is art. And the other thing is that I love stories. So like to me, art isn't everything. Your art is your voice, your speaking, your connection. You know, you can feel everyone's energy. That's your art. It's the art of living to me. So art and hustle to me is the art of living and art of it and everything.
I hope that you cut that piece right there and make it your intro and your outro, because that was dope.